Welcome to Code Effectively. The topic for today is I will make sure that you learn how to count the number of digits in a number using recursion. We have already found that we can find number of digits using while loop, but this is a new program. In this we will learn how to find the number of digits using recursion. So this is the function that I have written. It will be calling itself and we will find the number of digits in a number. So this is my normal parameter and this is my base condition. You would say this is my base condition. Okay, and after my base condition, this is the running condition. Okay, this is my running condition. Base condition also you can say it is a terminating condition. Okay, and what is this? This is my normal condition, or you can say normal recursion, that will help me to find the number of digits in a number. Okay, so let me start with the proper dry run, and I have made it in red. This is the important. This will only help you to learn how to find out the number of digits in a number. So let me say that I have input n numbers. Let the number be, let's say 543. Okay, 5432. This is my number and I want to find how many number of digits are there. From the normal point of view, from the eyes, we can see there are 4 number of digits in the number. But from the recursion, how we will find out, we will see. First, it will check what is my value of n now. N is 5432. It will check n is greater than equals to, n is less than equals to 9. Condition false. No, 5432 is not less than 9. So now we will come to else, and it will make return 1 plus, what will be 1 plus, and what it will return? Count. Again, that is count means my count is the function name, so it will go and call count, and it will pass the parameter or this number n divided by 10. So n divided by 10 gives you 543. Okay, so n divided by 10. So my new number would be now 543. So it will pass new number, because you can see after count we have a parameterized input here n in 10, so we have to pass in parameterized input. So I pass in the parameterized input n divided by 10. So now the new number is 543. Okay, again it will come inside the loop and we will just make sure that the machine is halt at 1 plus. Okay, now again it will check 543 is less than equals to 9. Condition false. Again it will come return 1 plus. Again it will plus 1 and return count n divided by 10. What is the value of n in now? 543. Now what will be the value of n? 54 only, and 54 will be passed again to the function. Now 54, again it will check n is less than equals to 9. Condition false. So again it will come to the else. It will be 1 plus count n divided by 10. What is the value of n? N is 54. So 54 divided by 10 gives you 5. So again the new number that would be passed will be 5. Okay. So now 5 will be passed. It will come. It will check 5 is less than equals to n. Let me see. 5 is less than equals to n. Yes, the condition is true. That is, this conditions mean that we have now only single digit number left in our number, because 5 is the last number. After 5 we don't have any digit in our number. So this means that we are now on the base condition. This is my only base condition, that when single digit will be left, so I will return 1 and my program will terminate. Had it been another number like say 59, so 59 is not less than equal to 10, so it will come again and it will pass another divide the number. So this was my base condition. Then when the single number will be left, so we will just return 1. And why would you say, why ma'am you have taken less than equals to 9? So just understand, because whenever the single digit will be left, so say that single digit will be ranging between, from where number? From single digit will be from between 1 to 9. So I have just mentioned that only, that if that single digit is between, it's obvious that it will be between 1 to 9 only. That's why it is a single digit. Had it been a double digit, then it won't be between 1 to 9. So that's why I made my base condition, that if my number is a single digit number, so that how I can check whether my number is a single digit number or not, that it is less than equals to 9, because all single digit number lie between 1 to 9. So I have checked that if my number is between less than or equal to 1 to 9, is then less than equals to 9, so it means it is a single digit number. Where it is a single digit number, it is the last digit, so I will just return 1 more plus. So 1 is 4 times 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, it gives you 4. So we got the output, that is 4. So how many digits were we initially passing? It was 5432. So how many digits were there? 4. And we got the output also 4. So hope now you understand how recursion was initially working, how it works, and what was the use of this base condition. Because if we don't provide any base condition, it will keep on running this condition again and again. So in order to terminate, we have passed this base condition. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, kindly go and subscribe to the Code Effectively channel for more such videos.